Let's just say it out loud because I know a lot of you are thinking it but haven't asked. Is the travel agent business a pyramid scheme? Fair question. And honestly, the fact that you're even asking tells me something good about you. It means you're careful. It means you do your homework before jumping into something. And that's exactly the kind of person who does well in this business, if the business is legit. So let's find out. In this video, I'm going to give you the honest, no-spin truth about recruiting in the travel industry, how to spot red flags, and why most successful travel agents never recruit a single person. Before I give the answer, let me validate why this question even comes up, because it's not unreasonable. Over the years, some companies in the travel space have used business models that look and feel a lot like multi-level marketing. Heavy emphasis on recruiting, big promises about passive income, events with flashy presentations and testimonials that sound too good to be true. And if you've ever been pitched by someone who seemed more interested in signing you up than actually helping you sell travel, I understand your skepticism completely. That experience leaves a bad taste. So let's be clear about something right from the start. Not every travel company operates this way, not even close. Some do, and you deserve to know the difference. The key question, the one that separates a legitimate business from a questionable one, is this: where does the money come from? And that's what we're going to unpack right now. Because once you understand where the money actually comes from in this business, the whole pyramid scheme question answers itself. And you'll know exactly what to look for and what to run from. In a real travel agent business, the money comes from bookings, period. When you book a client on a cruise, the cruise line pays you a commission. When you book a resort, the resort pays you. When you plan a tour, the tour operator pays you. The income is tied directly to a real product that a real person is paying for and enjoying. That's not a pyramid scheme, that's a business. A pyramid scheme, by definition, is a structure where the primary source of income is recruiting other people into the system, and the people at the bottom pay money that flows up to the people at the top. There's no real product, there's no real service, just money changing hands based on recruitment. In a legitimate travel business, you could recruit 0 people and still make a full-time income, because your income doesn't depend on a downline, it depends on clients. Real clients taking real trips, and that's the test. If someone pitches you a travel business and the main conversation is about recruiting, about building your team and growing your downline, ask one simple question: can I make money just by selling travel and never recruiting anyone? If the answer is yes, and they can show you how, it might be legit. If the answer is wishy-washy, or if they immediately pivot back to, but the real money's in building a team, that's your red flag, walk away. Now, I've said this before on the channel, and I will continue to say it. I am part of a multi-level marketing travel agency business. I am building a team. I'm building a team of travel agents who book travel. I'm not building a team of multi-level marketers who recruit multi-level marketers. I look for travel agents. I'm building a team of travel agents. If you want to book travel, great. If you want to book travel and build a team, great. If you want to build a team, I'm not your guy. Travel is the core of my business. It always has been, and it always will be. The team is just because I like helping other people, and there's money. Now, here's what might surprise you. Not only is recruiting not required in most legitimate travel businesses, a lot of the most successful agents that I know haven't done it. Not once. Let me tell you why. This is the part that I think most people need to hear, because the internet has done a really good job of making people believe that the only way to make money in travel is by building a team. Not true. 100% false. See, most successful travel agents focus 100% of their energy on one thing: serving clients. They find clients, they plan incredible trips, they earn commissions, they get referrals, they grow their business one traveler at a time, and they do just fine. Some of them do better than fine. I know agents literally earning $60,000, $80,000, $100,000 a year. They never recruited anyone. They're not team leaders. They don't run meetings. They don't do presentations. They just book travel, and they do it well. Now, does that mean recruiting is always bad? No. Some agencies offer team building as an option, and for some people, mentoring and growing a team is genuinely enjoyable. That's me. That's their thing and my thing, and there's nothing wrong with that as long as the income is still fundamentally tied to actual travel bookings. The problem arises when recruiting becomes the focus instead of the option. When a company's training is 80% about getting new agents and 20% about actually serving travelers, that's backwards, and that's what you need to avoid. Let me put it another way. In a healthy travel business, the recruiting is the side dish. The actual travel is the main course. If someone serves you a plate where the side dish is bigger than the entree, something's off. If you're watching this and it's starting to cut through the noise for you, if this is the kind of honest, no agenda content you've been looking for, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm not here to recruit you into anything. I'm here to educate you so you can make the best decision for yourself. Hit subscribe and let's keep going. Let's make this really practical. If someone approaches you, or if you've already been approached with a travel business opportunity, here are the things I'd look at. Number one, what's the startup cost? Every business has some cost to get started. Mine is $200. Now, if someone is asking you for thousands of dollars up front with vague explanations of where that money goes, be cautious. A legitimate travel business might have licensing fees, training costs, maybe a few $100, but it shouldn't require massive financial commitment before you've earned a dime. Number two, what's the training focused on? Is the training about how to find clients, serve them well, understand suppliers, and build your knowledge? Or is it mostly about how to recruit other people? The answer tells you everything you need to know about that company's priorities. I do not train other people how to recruit. I train people, I teach people, I mentor people on how to book travel and how to build relationships with their clients. If you come to me and you ask me about building a team, we can have a separate conversation, but that's not my priority. My priority is to build travel agents. Number three, can you talk to agents who only sell travel? Ask the company. Ask them to connect you with agents who earn income purely from bookings. No team, no recruiting. If they can or they won't, that's a signal and not a good one. Number four, is there a real product? This one sounds obvious, but it really matters. See, in the travel business, the product is crystal clear. Trips that people book and actually take. If the product feels secondary to the opportunity itself, that's your cue to step back. Now, number five, how's the compensation plan work? You should be able to understand in simple terms how you get paid. If the comp plan requires a PowerPoint presentation and an hour-long explanation, it's probably more complicated than it needs to be. Here's the comp plan with the host agency I'm with. You get paid a commission from, a cruise line or a hotel. 70 to 80% of that commission goes in your pocket. The other 20 to 30% of that goes to the host agency. They keep that money to pay the bills, to build the relationships and the websites and do all the stuff that they need to do. Period. End of story. Travel agents get paid with commission. Now, you can set up a planning fee. You can have your own planning fee if you want to. There's no rules saying you can't. So now that money, if set up properly, does not go through the host agency. That goes right to you. They take part of the commission. You keep the rest. Simple. That's it. The right opportunity should feel straightforward. Learn the business, serve travelers, earn commissions. Everything else is optional. Let me tell you where I land on this. See, I believe the travel agent business is one of the most honest, rewarding businesses a person can build. I've seen it change people's lives, not with overnight riches, but with steady, meaningful work that grows over time. But I also believe that this industry has a reputation problem. And that reputation problem exists because some companies prioritize recruitment over service. They give the whole industry a bad name, and it makes people like you, smart, cautious people, hesitant to even explore it. See, that's really why I started this channel, not to sell you on this business, but to educate you about it, so that if you do decide to pursue it, you go with your eyes open. And if you decide it's not for you, at least you made that decision based on facts, not fear. This channel is called Learn, Serve, Earn for a reason. That's the order. You learn how the business works, you serve people well, and the earning follows, not the other way around. If you've watched this whole series, from AI to commissions to the 5 signs to this video, you now know more about the travel agent business than 90% of the people who jump into it. And that puts you in a really strong position, whatever you decide to do next. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Was there anything in this video that surprised you? Any concerns I didn't address? drop it below because I read every single comment and I will answer as many of them as I can. If this series has been helpful, share it with someone who's curious about the business. They'll thank you for it. Now, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.